voters to vote for you on what grounds?
Multiple. One is the work that our state Congress government has done, the 5 guarantees that we've implemented that alleviates the pain of the people, the economic distress that they're facing under Modi Sarkar, price rise, unemployment, women dropping out of the workforce, people dropping out of the workforce, disillusioned and dispirited. So we've created opportunities for them.
It appears that the BJP's focal point at this point is the murder that's happened in Hubli. They've called it love jihad. They say this is a failure of law and order, and this is basically a direct fallout and a result of appeasement politics.
The BJP always tries to play with sentiments. They have no respect for the family that has been bereaved. They have no concern. They only want to exploit this tragedy politically. This is something they do all the time, and I condemn it. This is a very, very tragic issue, case, and the boy involved has been arrested. The law will take suitable action. But I want to condemn in this opportunity the Prime Minister's speech, where he has made a statement that he has basically twisted everything that Dr. Manmohan Singh said. He has made literally a hate speech. He should be banned from campaigning for the kind of speech he made, saying that the Congress is going to come and take away the Mangal Sutras of people and give it to Muslims. This is not appropriate for a Prime Minister of India. It is very clear that he is desperate. He is appealing to the baser instincts. He is trying to create tension and polarization. It won't work, Mr. Modi. We are sick and tired of this kind of divisive politics, and I hope the Election Commission finds its mission to prevent these kinds of speeches and condemns them. Mr. Modi criticized our guarantees. Now he's trying to copy them. Remember, we have implemented our guarantees. Mr. Modi is known for his jumlas, his grand speeches, but no substance.
He speaks of India on the global scale, right? But the Congress's manifesto largely focuses on the poor, focuses on the basic. So this gap between the manifestos for the poor and for the country on a global scale that the BJP projects, how do you think voters will perceive that?
If Mr. Modi is claiming to be this grand, champion of India on a global scale, why has the Indian army having to come out of a small nation like the Maldives? Why is he in denial about China's intrusion in Ladakh? What has he done about our own state of Manipur, which is in flames? All these questions people ask, all right? Remember, we are the ones who brought in the growth through liberalization. He's the one who slowed down the growth through demonetization. Okay, so people know. And when a lot of us have had an opportunity to grow and move forward, a lot of people have fallen behind. That's why we feed 83 crore people every day. And that's why it's important to provide a social safety net. Those who can will move on. The job of the government is to pay attention to the poor, not to just strut around like some peacock on the global stage.
And that's it on our show here as we come to a close, completing the campaign trail for the Congress candidate here, Rajiv Gowda. It seems like a good face-off between the BJP and the Congress in most parts of Karnataka. Will the BJP really manage to take its assembly revenge this time in the Lok Sabha? It remains to be seen. In the meanwhile, we're going to see all through the way flowers showering on their favorite candidates and the campaign trail heating up until 26th of April.